Hello guys and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. We're continuing our October celebrations, but not only that, we're also continuing the Great Waaaaagh. So this is my look at the epic army that I'm building very, very slowly. So this is part 2, and this is back so quickly by popular demand. We were only going to do 2 parts in this during October, but now, due to the amount of people we've had asking about it, we are going to do it as 3 parts, and obviously it's going to continue on a monthly basis. Due to work and other stuff we had to cover, I haven't managed to get any more painting done, but I have managed to scour eBay and find myself some beautiful deals. So, here you have, we've got another 40 bases of Orc Boys, and these are the really old ones. I mean, look at those guys. It's a mix of the green and the grey plastics, depending on whether it was the Space Marine or the Epic 40,000 series. They came with pretty much the same orcs. Then we have 31 of the Orc battle wagons, which some of them have turrets and some of them don't, but it's orky, so it works. And again, these are just the ones that came. These were the very, very first Orc trucks you could get for Epic when it was still Space Marine. And then we have 2 different gun wagons. Now, what used to happen was all the different Orky vehicles had different names. And you had all kinds. And then they decided when they released Armageddon just to simplify it. So you kind of had gun wagons, battle wagons, etc. And they did that just to, as I said, simplify everything and break it all down. The last thing we have to look at is I've got another one of these. And this just came in a random one. Obviously, I've stuck it on a base with a couple of orcs. So I have loads of extra spare orcs that I don't have bases to put on yet. So if anybody has any of these old these old epic bases, the square ones specifically, not the rectangular ones. If you have any of those lying around, you're looking to get rid of them, definitely contact us either in the comments below or email us. And then what we'll do is we'll look to reimburse you. Or if you just wanted to give them away out the goodness of your little black hearts, that's absolutely fine also. But yeah, so this is part 2. As you can see, the Orc army itself is growing. I've still got a lot of work to do on these. Still need to clean up some of the trucks. Deciding whether I want to fill those holes or not. Because it's epic size, so I don't think it really matters. Because we're looking for the looking beautiful from a tabletop looking down kind of height. But who knows what I'll do. I've got to get these sanded. We have to do them the old-fashioned way. You can't use any textured paint or anything like that. We're talking PVA between all those little gaps. We're talking dunk it in sand, shake it off, PVA to seal it. Then I've got to spray these guys blue. I was originally planning, and this is something people have asked about, whether I was originally planning to do a big chunk in each of the clans. But after having a conversation with a couple of guys who are also big Orky players like me, they've said I should stick with the blue, do blue across the board, but with the vehicles and stuff, maybe put identifying markings on, so they'll all be blue, but maybe the Evil Suns ones will have reds and yellow flames and things. The Bad Moon ones will have yellows, you know, etc., etc., to distinguish them. I'm still going to keep my snake bites separate, because obviously I've got those bow boys that I'm using as bikes. I'm scouring eBay as we speak for Squigoths to use as battle wagons. And then obviously I'm going to put more guns on to use some of them as gun wagons. Yeah, I'm using the Feral Boys, and they are a lot harder to find actually. But the Feral Boys, I've got a couple of bases of them, but to use as the infantry for the snakebite side of things. But it's going nicely so far. I mean, I've been on eBay a lot. I'm picking up some really nice bargains. It tends to be a lot of the same things. I can find a lot of stompers. I can find a lot of these, the really old sets. And then there's a few other little trophy treasures, which you guys are going to see in part 3. Part 3 is the one I'm a bit excited for at the moment. But yeah, in terms of like some of the other stuff, I'm not finding a lot of metal buggies, the old style ones. The newer style ones from Armageddon. Mainly I'm finding old stuff, which is cool, but I did want a mixture. What we are going to look at as well is getting some Vanguard stuff in, because Vanguard is a company that make third-party models, and their skinners are their version of Orcs, and their trucks and stuff are beautiful. They've got these flatbed trucks, and they have some rocket cannons and things like that. Plus, it's also where I'm probably going to end up getting a lot of grots, because I want a lot of grots, because grots are really, really good in Epic. But unfortunately, they're really hard to get in the proper Games Workshop ones, because they only came with a few on a sprue. Because grots are kind of like an... Well, it's not just... We're going to talk about it when we go into list building for Epic and how that works, and that's going to be a separate video entirely. As I said, today we're just kind of showcasing where we're at with the miniatures. So with these, as I said, next plan, base them all, do a bit more cleaning up. Really, with Epic, I don't do the same level of cleaning up I would do with 40k or any other game, because mold lines and stuff are very unnoticeable a lot of the time, especially on one of these single little models. If there was a mold line on there, from this distance you don't notice. So from tabletop standard, which supposedly the standard for tabletop is when your models are on a table and you stand in, does it look good? I was made aware of that the other day. I didn't know if anybody else did. Fair play. But yeah, so this is part 2 of these. Part 3, as I said, is going to be bringing out some big guns. I managed to bag myself a really, really good deal. Yeah. So guys, if you're enjoying this, fantastic. Leave a thumbs up. Obviously, we've still got plenty of October celebrations on the go. If it's the first time to our channel, please feel free to check out some of our regular videos and potentially hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. If you subscribe but you don't hit the bell for notifications, because we're a smaller channel, just over 1,000 now, you're not going to get just notified of all of our stuff, because we're too small, and YouTube doesn't care about the small guy. You know that, unless it's YouTube watching this, and then thank you, Overlord. You treat us so well. But yeah, I'm going to go now because I'm dying. I've got man flu, and any man here who knows. Yeah, it's basically the plague. Man flu is the worst. I fully understand it's not actually that bad and that we're just a bit weak. But yeah, I don't feel great. So I'm going to go. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this Epic series. I know this video was a bit of a ramble, but I have actually been asked why we're not doing more rambly style videos. So for those 2 people who are interested, there you go. You got a bit of a ramble on. Yep. Check out part 3. That'll be coming in the next couple of days. And pray the dice gods help to smile upon you. Take care, guys. Bye.